Welcome to another vlog, everyone. You guys are the first adults I've talked to today. Actually, that's not true. At the bus stop, I did talk to a neighbor, but it's just been one of those days. Felicity is sick, so she's home with me, and it's just been a very toddler day. Some days are easier than others with toddlers, and today it wasn't too bad because she was sick and just wanted to cuddle. So we watched some, like a Disney movie. What did we watch? Let me rephrase. 15 minutes of Snow White and 15 minutes of Cinderella because she got bored halfway through. But yeah, she's napping now, and I'm just trying to get some things done around the house. I got some groceries, a little haul to show you guys. I need to switch the dishes over. We've been pretty good about running the dishwasher at night. Generally every other night has worked pretty well, and then trying to switch it the next day early on. It's a little later. Usually we'll do it in the morning, but this morning was crazy too because Tyler had to take one of our cars for like, I was telling Genevieve, it's a checkup, but like basically a checkup. It needed like oil change, tires rotated. It also had one of the random lights on, so we wanted them to look into that. There was a recall on something, anyway. So it was good that he got that done too. I was also supposed to go to physical therapy again for my back today, and I had to cancel that because she was sick and he was there and I needed to be here with her. So anyway, it's just been one of those mornings that we expected it to go one way and it went completely the opposite, but all is okay. This is the nature of being a parent. But yeah, I want to show you the grocery haul. This is sponsored by Thrive Market. I'm excited to continue working with them, and let me show you what I got. So Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store marketplace. It's where we get a lot of our snacks, things to pack in the school lunches, coffee, pantry staples like baking items, olive oil. We saved so much money. We saved like $30 on this order alone. And I think my average savings, they had this on the app, my average savings per order is like $36. So I love that. It's really easy to shop for different lifestyles, however you eat, whether it's keto, gluten-free, vegan, organic, non-GMO, paleo. They have so many different options. It's really easy to sort that way. But let me show you what I got this time. I always stock up on my favorite like prebiotic sodas. This is the Poppy brand, which I do think is my favorite. The raspberry rose is so good. I also am gonna try the orange cream. It's been a while since I've had this one, and I can't remember how I felt about it. Also got their brand of beef sticks. I usually get Chomps, which I love, but I don't think I've tried Thrive Market, so I figured I would give that a whirl. 100-calorie sticks made with grass-fed beef, so I'm excited, and it was a little bit cheaper than the Chomps. Always, always, always. Their olive oil, best deal in town. I mean, we order it nearly every time. This is the thing I was the most excited about. And if this is good, I will just buy tons of this in every order. It is the Wandering Bear decaf cold brew. So I try to watch my caffeine intake because I do love coffee, and cold brew or like iced coffee is something I love. But if I could do a decaf version of it, or even half and half, like half regular, half decaf, I'm all about it. Because a lot of times by the time I'm wanting iced coffee, it's not that I need the caffeine, it's that I just want the iced coffee vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm excited because if I do love this, they have the big one with like the spigot you just stick in your fridge. So I will let you know how this is. Honestly, I'll try it in this vlog probably when I'm done filming this. So right now until August 26th, they are doing their back to school essentials sale. So it's 25% off. And I feel like this is the time if you are stocking up on snacks for the kids' school, whether it's for them when they're home after school or for school itself. Like I know ours has a snack time, but also if you're packing lunches, especially they had a lot of Annie's ones. This is the Annie's snack variety pack. I just thought looked interesting. It's got the cheddar bunnies, cheddar squares, and then also like the sweet bunny grams. I need to get some more because I just learned we can donate to our kids' class, like if someone forgets a snack, so that they have like a little stock of them in the classroom. So I might get some more of that in my next order. Also the Larabar Kids, we've never gotten these, the chocolate chip cookie bakes. It says it just has 8 ingredients, which I think is really cool. My new favorite snack, I've told you guys, I go through these way too fast. The Vienna Rock and Ranch little crunchy chickpeas. They have different flavors. The ranch one's the best. Tyler recently has crossed over to liking these the best too. You guys, they're so good. You will need a gallon of water next to you because they will dry your mouth out, but they are so, so good. Oh my gosh. Also got these just for fun for Felicity, the organic smoothie melts. We've had this brand before, but we've not had This is the Mighty Sweet Greens. Okay, last time I got a different flavor of these. This is the Hip Peas Chickpea Tortilla Chips. I think I got like the Cool Ranch basically flavor. This one's the Nacho Vibes. These are really good. I also got more of the 60-second quinoa mix. Great for really quick lunches. You just heat it up in the microwave. I'll do like scrambled eggs, or if I have leftover chicken or tofu with this and some kind of sauce on top, and it's really good. Another fave I feel like I haven't bought in a while is the Siete Mexican Wedding cookies. These are so good. 5 cookies is 150 calories, and I don't know, my mouth is watering just thinking about them. And I also, for school/snacks, got the Thrive Market organic apple sauces. These are the strawberry flavor, and they have probiotics in them too. I just thought that was so cool. So something new I learned about Thrive Market is that they actually restrict over 1,000 different harmful ingredients from the products they sell. I think that's pretty cool. It kind of does the work for you. And I don't know, I found so many of our favorites on Thrive Market. We've been members. I pay for my membership every year. We've been members for years and years. I mean, at least 4 years, maybe 5. Maybe 4, I'm not sure. Another thing they're really great about is you can also shop nut-free options. So if your school or classroom is one where you cannot have nuts of any kind or peanuts, you can search that way, which makes it really easy, because actually at my other daughter's like preschool daycare, they are not allowed to have nuts. So if I were to send anything with her, I have to be certain. So if you wanna make your back to school season a little bit easier, you can shop Thrive Market and get 25% off of back to school essentials with their sale going through August 26th. Plus you'll get an extra 30% off your first order by going to thrivemarket.com/JessicaBraun. You'll also get a free gift worth up to $60. The free gift is always amazing. So if you go to the link, you can click around there. You can see what the free gift options are as well. So it's really a great time to shop. 25% off the back to school stuff, then another 30% off your first order. So I'll have the link and everything down below. And thank you so much, Thrive Market, for sponsoring this part of the video. I really do want to try these though, because I am hungry. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're good. So they're made with chickpeas, if you're curious, like what's the difference between this and the name brand. Yeah, the flavor is really good. So I really do think I'm gonna get some of this. I might do half and half, because I think I only had like 1 cup of coffee this morning. So I think I'm gonna do half regular coffee, half the decaf on ice. Let's see how it is. My darker hair is throwing me off, I've gotta be honest. I love it. I mean, my hair is naturally dark, but I recently, a few weeks ago, made the switch. Well, for me, it was like a week ago, but for you guys seeing this. Anyway, point is, it's throwing me off too. I don't know if it's throwing you, but I love it. I'm really glad to be back to closer to my darker hair. Anyway, okay, so these are our favorite. By the way, we just bought some more iced coffee cups. On Amazon, it's like a 4-pack. I am so boring, I'm realizing, with my iced coffee, but this is the way I like it. I will watch and get lost in like Instagram reels of people making fancy iced coffees, and I'm like, looks amazing, looks delicious, but the way I genuinely want iced coffee, the way I crave it, is like this, half and half. This is from Aldi. And then we usually, whatever is left in our coffee pot, if we don't drink it all, we'll put in the fridge for the next day or two. Let me get this off. So this is some leftover coffee. We don't keep it too long though. I do feel like the longer it sits in there, it kind of gets weird, but like a couple days I feel like is okay, I think. So, all right, half regular coffee. We'll do half this. And I think this is a refrigerate after opening. I tried, by the way, the regular of this, cold brew, like regular calf. Delicious. I had for a while the like big one in our work fridge. It was amazing. So I'll probably get that again. And it's a way better deal on Thrive than it is in store, because the few places I've seen this, it is a lot more expensive. And the decaf I've never found in store. That's why I was so excited to see if they have it. Okay, we'll just top it off a little more. I have got a lot of work to fit into the next hour before the bus comes back with my other sweetie. So here's to hoping I can get it done. Here's to hoping this half calf iced coffee can get me there. So yeah, that's all I do. Simple. Okay, it's really good. It's the flavor of these. Let me just try this straight up. I'm realizing you might be thinking, well, what does it taste like on its own though, Jess? Most people might just want the decaf. One of my good friends recently gave up caffeine just because she was just noticing. I mean, caffeine can do a lot of things to you. That's why I try to be really careful, especially in the last few years, of how much caffeine I'm really intaking. Okay, not bad. Again, needs to be cold. I mean, right now it's not, but it does. It has that really good flavor that Wandering Bear coffee has. So I'm a fan. I honestly Might just get the Big Daddy thing. We'll see what I do in my next order. But okay, put this in the fridge again. Cheers. Sorry, the camera seems hilariously high, so just bear with me. So, my niece is going off to college, and my sister thought to do this. It is the most adorable thing, and I wanted to mention it in case you have someone going into college or you know someone that is, or whatever. It's this, I'll have to ask her where she found this. I don't know, I don't know if it's on Amazon or whatever, but it's basically these different envelopes. You wouldn't even need to buy anything. You could just make them on your own as well. But basically, she asked all of her family and friends to write letters of encouragement, whatever. And so one of them was like, open when you're feeling anxious, or open when you need a pick-me-up, or open when you're feeling sad, whatever, or when you're missing home. And so we all picked one, and we all wrote her, I just finished mine today, a letter to put in one of the envelopes. And I grabbed a gift card too, because I picked when you need a pick-me-up. Anyway, I just feel like that is the sweetest, most heartfelt gift. And it's one of those things that if you've been away from home, especially around that age, like age 18, 19, whether it was for college or not, it can just be so hard. Like, I remember that first month of college feeling almost trapped in a way, because like this was the decision I made. I was trying to make friends, but it was really hard, and just feeling like homesick. I mean, deeply homesick. So when you mix all that up and all these new experiences, you've never lived away from home, it is a lot for anyone to handle. Like, if I had to do that right now at the age I'm at, it would be just as hard, if not harder. So it's just a lot to ask of anyone. And I feel like having something that she can open and enjoy and help her kind of emotionally get through stuff at various times, I just think is so beautiful. So I wanted to mention the idea of that. Like I said, I'll ask her if she ordered it or made it herself or whatever. She sent us a picture of it, so I feel like she ordered it from somewhere, and it can't be that expensive. But what a sweet idea. So wanted to share that in case anyone needs a little inspo for that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some work done and stop chatting with you guys. I could chat all day. I really could. Also, okay, one more thing, since I'm obviously feeling chatty. I've been working on not being on my phone as much when I'm not like working, posting, etc. And one question that I don't remember where I heard this, but they said that anytime they're about to scroll, they ask themselves, why in this moment am I wanting to scroll? Am I just procrastinating? Like, come on, many of us. Is it that I'm bored? Is it that I am feeling something and I don't want to feel it anymore, so I'm grabbing my phone to get my mind off of it? And the idea of just asking yourself that, I feel like is kind of blowing my mind a bit, because twice today I've caught myself grab for it and I asked myself, why am I reaching for this? You know what I mean? At one time I was just bored because she was eating her snack, and I'm like, I could just be sitting next to her and spending time with her, just cuddling her some more. I mean, I had been cuddling her most of the morning, but you know what I mean? I just feel like that moment of taking that pause and asking yourself, like, wait, why am I wanting to do this? Sometimes you just want 5 minutes to just scroll and turn your mind off. And I think that's okay too, but you know what I mean. Okay, that's all. I've had a lot to say. All right, bye. I got an Ulta order in, and I had ordered a bunch of stuff for a video I just filmed, and there are 2 other things in the order I didn't share in that video. So first of all, this is just cute. This is just like a kind of clip that just opens, but I just felt like these were so cute. But I will say this, sometimes I wish that these kinds of products, I mean, I guess some of them do. I wish that this one came with 2 matching ones, because I would wear both of these, but I would kind of want matching ones on each side. So I'm like, I guess I could just buy a second set. We'll see. The real reason I placed the order. Okay, so Urban Decay Naked Palette. It went away for how many years, right? Like, not super long, but long enough that I missed it. So it says the palette that revolutionized neutrals forever is back and better than ever. It's loaded with the original 12 iconic neutrals in a modernized formula. I don't think I realized that they were changing the formula. Interesting. So, I mean, the packaging is exactly as it was. There's the brush. I never used this brush, and I think I'm going to try to like actually use it this time. Also, oh boy, if you've seen, I'm trying to think of the order of videos. If this video is up, it was a disaster, you guys. Anyway, let's look at it. Oh my gosh. Brings me back. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at these colors. This just makes me so, so happy. I remembered loving, I mean, genuinely most of the time I was just wearing half-baked there with naked in the crease, virgin in the like brow bone, but oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These do, I will say, I feel like they used to kick up a little bit more powder, I guess. These definitely feel a little bit creamier. I feel like, and again, I'm probably in my head, but if they said they updated the formula, I feel like they can't lie about that, right? Like, please, people would figure it out. Internet sleuths, the internet sleuths of the world would figure that out. But let's try some of these mattes. Naked and Buck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these definitely feel creamier. Better? Dare I say better? So I'll be very curious if you end up getting the new one and if you still have your old one, compare. Let us know. This is just very exciting. Oh, Toasted was one I like too. It's kind of farther down here. Yeah, these are feeling really nice. So this is so exciting. That's just such a pretty one and done color. My tan line from my Apple Watch is absolutely righteous at this point. Like it has its own personality, you know. So very, very excited to use this tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. So that's my little Ulta haul. I am getting some stuff done here. Like I said, I just filmed that video, so I'm uploading that footage for my editor. And then I need to film some Instagram stories. It's been a while since I've been on there, and I try not to let too much time go past between when I check in with you guys. But yeah, that is the to-do for today. Well, good morning. So we recently got a Nutribullet, and we've always made like our family smoothies with our big blender.
By recently, you mean this morning.
Okay, yeah.
Like an hour ago.
All right, fine.
It was overnight.
We were too excited. We were literally like, wash the parts, let's go. We used to have
a
rocket. Remember that? I mean, it's probably still around.
I remember the infomercials.
Me too. A rocket blender, but we loved that thing. And well, it was at your house. It was before we were married. It was at you and your parents' house. Yeah. We haven't had like a single serve one in a long time. And while actually everyone in our family loves smoothies, there are those mornings where we're like, I don't really want to dirty up the whole big blender. This, of course, you blend it in the actual cup. So I'm going to make what I used to make, which is the simplest smoothie. It is literally some kind of green. This is just frozen kale. And then almond milk, a protein powder. I'm going to do this one Tyler has been loving. Transparent Labs. Protein. You get it on Amazon?
No, on the Transparent Labs website.
Point is, I haven't tried it.
$99 and over is
on there.
Free shipping.
I'm sure you got there fast. I feel like good protein powder is so expensive. Anyway, I'm going to try the chocolate one. So kale, almond milk, chocolate, and a banana. Super easy. I feel like I can make it fast, and I'm excited to be able to just make it in this.
Well, and like a post-workout shake, it's nice to have because some of the stuff that I have, not the Transparent Lab stuff, but like other stuff will get caught in a little shaker ball. So I'm like, it's just nice to just be able to do it. With the Nutribullet, you can spoon your way to health.
Spooning it.
Comment below if you know what that's from.
Blue Nana's here. She said, I'll be quiet. Okay.
So anyways, I said to
But
him.
Tyler, I'll tell you.
By the way, it was I Love Lucy. I didn't know that reference. He asked his mom. You got it right away.
Vitamin to Vegemin.
That's right.
Yep.
Anyway, okay. Way too like milky. Which again, like a protein shake, if I just did like the chocolate powder and milk, it would have been like this. But Tyler just blended ice in his and it made it a lot better. So I think I got to drink this down past the line and then I'm going to add ice and we'll see. I just gotta drink it so fast, it's just so milky.
You can put a lid on it.
Okay, it's still milky for sure, but I just wanted it at least colder, much colder. So ice was helpful. I also realized I did not put anywhere near enough of the protein powder and it tastes even better. So yay, that was super fast. Now I have no excuse. We have no excuse. Okay, we're getting ready. Let's try it. I promised I would, and I'm dying to use it. Just, very nostalgic. So I'm trying to think. I kind of just want to do the classic simple look that I would do. I know everyone's like, okay, Jess. Well, that's just what I want to do. Actually, no, we'll go a little gold. Let's do half baked. I remember this being like the most amazing shade of gold for eyeshadow, but that was also back when I wore a lot more eyeshadow. Honestly, I feel like this is coming back at an interesting time because everyone's talking about how like so few people wear eyeshadow anymore in like the younger generations. And again, come back around. It always does. So it's just kind of interesting. But I mean, please, this launch was for those of us that were wearing makeup back when this was at its height, Okay, so I'm going to grab Naked. Oh my This is just so exciting. Why am I ducking down? Move your mirror, Jess. There we go. Yeah, these are just so easy to use. Again, I feel like I'm in my head. I'm like, yeah, I think these are easier to use than they used to be. But I think I'm just, like I said, I'm thinking about it more. But look how easy that blends. Like, you don't even have to think about it. Oh my gosh. Is this going to be the palette that makes me fall in love with palettes again? I'm using Virgin just on the brow bone. I remember so vividly saving up and buying this and sitting in the parking lot, like opening it. I'm going to grab a little bit of Buck just to kind of, this is what I always used to do. Oh my gosh. It's so fun. Just makes me so happy. Okay. That is what I remember though. Virgin is definitely very white. And so I don't know, with this gold, I don't love all of that together, but you know, who cares? I also remember taking Half Baked all over and then putting Smog on the outer part. Just like, I feel like those two are like best friend shadows. Like they work really well together. But I'm gonna get a little more of that Naked shade just to kind of blend. Yeah, this is just making me so happy. I'm loving it. It just feels like getting into a warm bath that you've known for so long. A bath that you've known, you know what I mean? So that just made me so happy. Let's do, I don't know, now I'm just wanting to try them. Let's grab a little Toasted and just kind of tap it on top. It's not really gonna do much. I just want to use more of these shadows. Toasted's pretty because it's more of like this almost satin taupe type color that I feel like is so pretty. Yeah, definitely tone down the gold. So, yep, still good. If you were thinking about trying it, it might make you happier than you think. I don't know. Oh, I meant to use the brush. Oh well. So I'm gonna be using that like every day for the next few weeks, for sure. And it's making me like excited to use eyeshadow again. Again, it's been a while since I use eyeshadow, but usually I'll just do one color and just move on, you know? So yay, 2 thumbs up for me. Okay, it's 15 minutes until Genevieve's bus gets back and Felicity is napping. And in this time, I thought to myself, I could get some stuff done. I need to do XYZ. First of all, Blue Nana, while she was here, put away our clean dishes and did the dirty dishes. And that was so sweet, so sweet and so helpful. So that would have been something. So I was like, okay, well, what else could I get done? And I thought, I am going to read for 15 minutes because I'm trying to be better. I'm being quiet because she's napping on the other side of the wall, but because I'm trying to be better about taking even these little bits of time to do something enjoyable for me that's not related to work, that's not related to household chores. It'll get done. I'm just going to take this time guilt-free. Plus, I have like 10 minutes left in the book that I'm reading, which is The Great Alone. So I'm going to read that. And then my next book is actually for our girl book club that I'm a part of. So yeah, I'll tell you what that is in a minute. Oh, hello. I've got air dried hair. It actually turned out okay today. So Tyler and I are making our go-to lunch.
10:30 in the morning lunch.
It's early.
I have a doctor's appointment and then I have 2 agency meetings this afternoon. And so it's like boom, boom, boom. But then now, because the girls go to school so early and they're home, I'm like, the day's done. Like after lunch, you got a little bit of time and then
it's over. It really does. It's, again, kind of being back on a teacher's schedule in that way where you have your lunch and then at least, okay, back it up. When I taught in 5th grade, our lunch was at like a true lunchtime, 12:30, I want to say. And so by the time lunch was over, the day was over. You had like an hour left.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah, but anyway, so now being up at 6, we're hungry. I am like hungry at 10:30. So our lunchtime's just been adjusted, which is fine. But reason we're coming on here is we want to show you kind of our go-to lunch that doesn't really require a bunch of meal prep. There is one thing. Let us just show you. Okay, so the only prep I would say we had to do was that these sweet potatoes we cooked. We were making sweet potatoes for a dinner and we just made a bunch extra so that we could have it for some lunches. So I had some of these and I think you did yesterday and then we're having the rest of it today. So that was meal prep in theory, but it was because we were already doing it.
Yeah, and then we got 90-second, this like brown rice quinoa mix. And then we've got our chicken here.
This is Costco chicken.
Yeah, and the pieces are always so big, so I always cut them in half.
Yeah.
And then we pan fry them because they're much better. You can do them in the microwave, but they sometimes end up smelling like wet dog. But if you pan fry them, they're perfect.
Yeah, I would agree. They taste really good pan fried. And of course, I mean, ideal world, we would have had chicken breasts left over or prepped, blah, blah, blah. But it is really nice to have these on hand in the fridge for this kind of day. You also, I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think if I've done it where I just had, like we had nothing here for lunch, like we hadn't planned, and we had these and that works okay too. Put a little bit of whatever you might like on it. But decently healthy, actually filling,
Yeah.
which is the thing.
But ideally, like on a Sunday night, we'd make several chicken breasts or whatever. But yeah, in a pinch,
It's
these
so
things are
weird
great.
that Sunday night just never happens. One day. But yeah, so this works. I love that it's a low meal prep. And really, there really was no prep.
And then I just throw some sriracha on it.
Ooh, love
so
it.
easy, so good.
Ooh. It's a good sizzle. We've done this. One of the other prep things we've done is like have tofu that we've made extra for a dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That honestly, that's my personal favorite. But yeah, and then I also wanted to mention this delicious sauce. Sometimes that's what I'll put on mine. Where he does sriracha, I'll usually do something like this, just a little bit, but just to give it a cohesive, delicious flavor. Thank you, Tyler. This looks awesome. Okay, I actually ended up walking on my walking pad while working for like an hour and a half. And it was one of those things that I looked down and realized I was still walking. And I was like, you just get so in the zone. You're just like total flow. But it's amazing that can happen while walking. And I feel like the walking treadmill, walking pad, whatever, best investment I've ever made. So they have a bunch. I can link the one I have, but they have a bunch on Amazon. I mean, you can find one at any price point. Anyway, I realized I have not updated you guys in a while on what I've been reading lately. So one of the books I think I've mentioned, but I hadn't finished yet, is a book called A Storied Life. No, I knew I would screw it up. The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. It's about this. Again, never spoilers. I won't give any spoilers, but it's about this man who owns this bookstore on this small island, kind of like, is it meant to be like Nantucket or that kind of thing? And he has a tragedy in his life, and because of that, he's just kind of become a curmudgeon in a way. And of course, different things happen, and this mysterious thing is left at the bookstore, and it completely changes his life. It sounds magical. It's not like a magical story. At least when I read the initial thing, I thought, is it like about magic? Like, what are we? No, not at all. But I really enjoyed the book. I think if you are someone that loves to read and you love books, you would probably like this story. If you didn't, you probably wouldn't. I mean, you might. But I really think this is a novel written for someone that is a book lover. Definitely some surprises in it, but yeah, it was a interesting story. I enjoyed reading that one. So I think I gave that one like 4 stars. I would recommend to many people. Another one, the one I just finished, I was talking about earlier, is The Great Alone. And that one is written by one of my favorite authors, Kristen Hanna. It's a lot of what she writes is, if not all of it, actually, I'm not totally certain, but a lot of what she writes is historical fiction. So I had read The Four Winds. I had read that and really enjoyed it. And it was about a topic and like a time in history I knew absolutely nothing about. And so I was excited to read another book by her. So reading The Great Alone, it's set in Alaska, and this family, a mother, a father, and their daughter, who at the time, at the beginning of the book is, I don't know, around like 8 or 9 or 10. Maybe a little older, but I think she's kind of younger. They move to Alaska to basically just kind of start over. Her dad had been in the Vietnam War and was a prisoner of war, so there's a lot to do with PTSD. And it just kind of follows their journey living in Alaska, truly off the grid. It was in the 70s. So it was a little easier to be off the grid, but truly off the grid with like no electricity or anything, and the community that they move into and what those relationships look like. And then of course it just snowballs. So it was wildly interesting. It's one of the few novels I've read recently that I gave 5 stars. I so thoroughly enjoyed it. I cannot wait to read more Kristen Hanna. On my list, her new book is called The Women, and so many of you guys have recommended it, so I'm really excited to read that soon. I also want to read, I have in my like holds on Libby, The Nightingale. Yeah, so if you have a Kristen Hanna book you love more than others, please let me know in a comment. I have a feeling I will end up over time eventually reading all of her books. But the book I just started, I told you I would tell you, is Listen for the Lie. And one of my best friends told me she really enjoyed that book. It was just like a fun kind of thriller read. At least that's my understanding. I am about 2% into it, so I have no idea how I feel yet. But the first line in the book is something like, a podcaster ruined my life or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Yeah, and then the book 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think. Okay, I'm nearly done with that. It was an audiobook. I had to return it, so I'm almost done with it at this point. I think I can safely say with that one, it's a self-help book. It's truly like 101 chapters, basically. It is very, very, very repetitive. So I do think there's some really valuable thoughts and knowledge and kind of inspiration for your life and improving your life. But I think it could have been 25 essays to change your life. Like 101, it is very repetitive. So, and maybe that's good for you because I do think, you know, the more you, obviously, science will tell us, the more you hear something, the more you're likely to remember it. So maybe it's intentional, but either way, I just feel like that book could have been 25% of what it is, and the message would have gotten across. My friends and I, we will always joke, like, certain books could have just been a pamphlet. You know what I mean? Or just an article. So I don't think it was bad. I wouldn't, if someone was wanting to read it, I wouldn't say don't, but I would just say, you know, there may be parts you can really skim because you've already heard it before. But definitely some really good things in it about, like, you know, the way you view your life and how we really do. Some of the stuff that stood out to me is when she would talk about how we really are in control of our life, and by not taking your life's reins, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you are in control of your life. And that's kind of where I've been at the past few years of really embracing truly being my own person, not having to do things the way I've always done them just because I've always done them that way. And so I do think, like I said, some powerful stuff in there. I think that is everything I've read since. So yeah, I feel like I've definitely been kind of in a, not a book lull because I've enjoyed the books I've read, but definitely just I've been going slower with the start of school. We're so tired. I'm getting up earlier and still trying to go to bed earlier. So I just feel like I haven't been reading as much. I'll start reading and fall asleep. So I also definitely, like, I try to do an audiobook at the same time I'm just reading a book, and like an audiobook that's different than the book I'm reading physically. And I have been out of the habit of listening to audiobooks in the car. So I've just gotten back into that habit, and I go through a lot more books that way. So yeah, that's the update. Let me know what you guys are reading. What are you reading? Give me some ideas, please. All right. So this morning, made an egg wrap with avocado on it, and I'm putting some of our Malden sea salt. You can get a big thing of this at Costco. I don't know why, but I've never thought to put avocado on a wrap other than like when I've gotten something similar at a restaurant. But at home, I always think, okay, avocado, I'll put it on toast and have the eggs on the side or on top. Never thought to put it in a wrap. You ever have brain blocks like that? Anyway, this looks delicious. I am so excited to eat it. It is Friday night. It is game night. So we're playing, I'm putting it together right now, Hungry Hungry Hippos. And then what was the other game she picked out? It was, oh, here it is. Ring It On, Disney edition. I think she got this for, I want to say her birthday. And it's actually pretty fun. It's kind of like Kim's, if you've ever played it, where you're trying to get 4 of a kind first. But yeah, super fun. So we're going to play that next. Okay, so many of you guys recommended the Thermacell mosquito repellent thing. We haven't used it yet. I literally just finished charging it. The only downside is you have to buy like these little refills here. This came with one, but you have to buy these. Obviously that stinks, but at the same time, apparently these things freaking work. And we looked into like having someone spray the yard and do all these things, and it was way too expensive, and we weren't sure how safe it was, blah, blah, blah. So scent free, there's no spray. This one had a little light on it, and supposedly it covers 20 feet. So I'll have to report back because our mosquitoes are really bad. But I did see the refills. They have the Thermacell brand, of course, that you can buy packs of these, but they also have an off brand that supposedly fits this. So I'm probably honestly going to look through the reviews of those. And if people are saying the off brand works the same, then it was a lot cheaper. So anyway, I know this is a very niche specific thing, but just wanted to point it out that so many of you guys recommend it. I cannot wait to try it. So I'm going to end this vlog. I just realized I hadn't ended this vlog. If I'm being honest, I had started another vlog and I was like, I don't think I ever ended the last one. So thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring a part of this video. You can save 25% off their back to school essentials, plus get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60 by going to thrivemarket.com/JessicaBraun. Link is below. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.